Hey, I just finished JavaScript and the one for the code camp certification. I just finished it, and when I look back and I see that I used my 2 week semester break for me to finish that certification, and I feel amazing. Like I had the chance for me to go home. I had the chance for me to go and see my parents, go and feel home. I stay in Nairobi actually, and I didn't want to go, and because the environment that was there that was very unconducive for me to actually grow, and that's why I had to stay. I had to continue to ensure that I finish strong, and I have finished certification, and I have like knowledge on data structures. I have knowledge in objects, algorithm, uh, functions, all this stuff, and I feel amazing that I did it, and I just feel like this is what I should have done long time ago. This is what I should be doing, and there's just this voice inside of my head that tells me that wow, this is what you have to show for. This is what your 2 weeks holiday has to show for. This is what your time, energy, effort, sacrifice has to show for. You have gained this skill, and it's why it's so important for me to share this. I just there's something that actually stood out for me to talk about this stuff, because at the end of the day, it feels lonely. Like it's not that you wake up every single day, do the same thing. Even if it doesn't see that, like it seems like it seems so lonely, but you just have to do it. You just have to, and this is something that I can pinpoint, or I can cross reference with success. Success is gotten. Success is just a debt you paid every single day. Like you just have to pay it, and you just have to pay every single day you have done this work. Every single day you have to show for this is the X amount of work I've done in X amount of hours. And this is why it's so important for me to grasp this concept of open to goal. You work open until you reach your goal. You work open, like the moment you wake up, or the moment you decrease the time from the moment you wake up to the moment you start working. You decrease that time so that you can work faster and get the job done. And that's actually by far the best, and that's actually productivity 101. Because at the end of the day, you just have to fight that urge of playing that game. You just have to fight that urge of friends telling you, let's do X amount of thing, let's do this thing. You just have to fight the urge of people telling you not for you to do this stuff. People trying to distract you from what you should be doing. People trying to ensure that what they are doing is far better on what you're doing. But you just have to remind yourself that this is what you started. This was my 2026 resolution. This was the thing that I said I want to stick for an entire year for me to do, and for me to accomplish this X amount of thing in X amount of time hours. And if this thing, what you're telling me, is just a distraction because that's not the goal, and I have to pay in times, I have to pay in sweat, I have to pay in whatever amount it takes for me to finish this thing, and it's something that you fight it every single day. You just have to fight the urge of not doing trading, the fight of not doing this X business, the fight of not doing this thing of, I know you're making money, but you just have to fight that distraction, and you just have to stick with it, because at the end of the day, it's for the long term. I just love this frame from Jeff Bezos. It's all for the long term, because at the end of the day, Amazon's failed the entire years when it was building. It failed the whole way through, and right now it's actually one of the most valuable companies in the world currently. Just have to refrain and reprogram your mind to think in the long term, to think on building you first, to think on building this thing, this web design agency of yours, this, even if it goes wrong. because at the end of the day, you just have to play it out. You have to play the entire time around, if God wills, to ensure that if this happens, what can you ensure that can I reach this goal? Because at the end of the day, if web design agency doesn't work, I can go for a developer job. If the developer job doesn't work, if I don't get the job, if I don't get this thing, then I have other skills that I can do. Just you can never live dry. You can never lose. You can lose in the stock market. You can lose in whatever betting apps people are using currently, 1xBet, Betika, and the rest. You can lose in shares. You can lose in stocks. You can lose, and even, but you can never lose you. And that's why I just have to ensure that I always continue to grow every single day, because at the end of the day, success is just a rent that is due paid every single day. It's just, you just have to pay it every single day. You just have to push your limits. You just have to ensure that even if you, because at the end of the day, you have 12 hours in the day, 12 hours. You just have to use that time properly. You just have to use that time for you, for the betterment of you, because it's gonna pay. It's gonna pay. You just have to stick with it. And this is just a reminder to thyself. Cheers.